season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be brought. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet Patriots in perfection. Now, lesser known Tom Brady, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
With the eyes of the world watching, we are underway from the Super Bowl. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession, bringing them out to fourth overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Rolling into enemy territory. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down, Colts.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Taken in by Pierce. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Richardson will do it himself. He's got it in the red zone. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got first and goal. From the red zone on first. Hits him on the in route.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz when he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And He's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Saints, nothing.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now we get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. They're brought out by one of the team's youngest and brightest in his first season out of Clemson.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Shotgun now on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Play action with Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Richardson fires quickly out wide. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. It's downfield. He's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pull out in front further, 13-zip. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Now they'll try the point after. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. On the return, here comes Olszewski. He dodges the tackle. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. 2nd drive coming up for the Saints offense. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final 2nd ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he won't get past the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Well, they are definitely being aggressive here on the big stage. They're going for it on 4th down early. They're going for this. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and don't worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Throwing now on 1st down. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator's going to be one happy camper.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hand down to the back. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Into the hands of OBJ. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Saints set up.
return. Here's Doolin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Richardson finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Man in motion here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running right, this is Taylor. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Third and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. It's on target to Pierce. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
1st down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Right the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is 3rd and goal. Richardson on the sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Colts throw their early lead to 13. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. On the return, here comes Olszewski. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Saints offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you can tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
He tries to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Go play action on 1st down. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So that brings us to the end of the 1st quarter in the Super Bowl. 21-7 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing on 2nd. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game in the 1st half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Saints 14.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring the best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, take them out.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Doolin. Good work so far. He's got room. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
10 times, Kate. The kickoff's been brought back for a touchdown in the greatest game of the year 10 times, and for a moment, I think we all thought we were watching number 11. That certainly was a Super Bowl moment and a great return, even if it didn't reach the end zone.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. It's Richardson. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that injury.
Taylor hit and the ball is loose. And the Saints grab it. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about rating movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They're going play action. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
37-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. He's going to throw it again. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 26-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. He keeps it and takes off. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide of practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Got to keep this one and go. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All set now. 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Another carry for him. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. Keeps away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed to the offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Richardson on 1st and 10. It's caught, one. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's Taylor from the pistol. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Dumps this underneath to Taylor. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
And the Colts, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Dump off top by his back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd down carry for Taylor. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That was Michael Parsons making that play.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
This time it's a passing play. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 21.
Travel like a bond, I'm a traveling man. LAX, out to Baltimore, they landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, involved in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the monkey pass, homie, I ain't walking there, Brody. In New York, hooking up like some...
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Returning it from the 4. This drive will start inside the 25. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They're going to try and throw it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 27 on the play, and the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking in the air here. Throws caught. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Putting Olave on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Motioning left is Olave. 1st down, play action. And Olave back-to-back plays. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. Well, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they will be on the verge of a touchdown here, partners. He pushes this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Right side, this is wheeled in by Warren. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That's him on the quick hitter. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Starts his return from the 23. And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half. The Saints taking the field for the final time in this 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10 from the 41. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from the 41. He's going to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here comes Olszewski. This makes it up to the 25. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And they can take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Saints to the line now. First and 10. There's a dive up the middle. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Quiddy Pay there to take him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They motion the tight end over. Here he goes, third and long. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Start on the ground. Taylor. Wild flat. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go again with Taylor. Managed to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got it, complete to Downs. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Colts first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action, it's Richardson. Cut out left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Indianapolis.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. He's got it in the red zone. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them for the 1st and goal.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
1st and goal, here's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Giddens. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints come marching onto the field. All they're scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Handoff on second and short. Galloping inside the 40. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up after hitting Pater in the third. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 35 apiece. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They take the handoff. Now Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Dumps this underneath to Taylor. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd down now, they need 7. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's going to be caught by his back, Taylor. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
And the Colts 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Richardson. He brings it in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterback quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Putting a receiver in motion. Richardson on 3rd. That was first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The Saints returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Gets this to OBJ. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Time coverage here from the Colts. 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. Avoid some trouble there. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Dive play straight ahead. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They give it to him again. And he really gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This time it's a passing play. Called in left side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone on 1st. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Play action with Richardson. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Oh, Richardson fumbled it. And the Saints get to it. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
There are so many fundamental details to play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB does it, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking out that last touchdown.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Another carry for him. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. It goes down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Saints 49, Colts 35.
On now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
Here's Taylor from the pistol. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. The Colts with the ball, hoping they can put up some points and keep their title hopes alive. break the huddle. It's second down now. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet to this. They connect on the deep shot. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And now they face second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Saints adding an extra DB. This is third down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
Snap comes in slow, and they block it. He picks up the block near midfield.
Pretty easy for all of us to just simply focus on the block, but this is one of those situations where the problem, well, you could trace it back far earlier. Yes, the snap was accurate, came out clean, but it was too slow. There was not enough velocity, so that punter was left out there hanging dry, and he paid for it.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. Back now, pressure coming. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Looking inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Colts 35.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they've played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, while this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate, this drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
To throw, Richardson. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, Richardson fumbled it. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on pimp between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
The Colts ready for the punt. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. Oh, slow snap there. And it's blocked. Block grabbed inside the 5. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
There was some vulnerability right up the middle, a punter's nightmare, and that's exactly where they attacked. Pressure got through, got a straight shot at the punter, who couldn't get it off in time.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Need hardly anything here, 2nd and inches. He gets it again. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at the 2. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football. And you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing?
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Lost control of another one. And the Saints grab it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Saints keep running away with this. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
Colts 35.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Once more into the hands of Pittman. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Richardson. Catch made. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
against the line. This is 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Richardson. He brings it in. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Taylor now up the middle. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Richardson will do it himself. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over a tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Richardson now, 3rd and 2. That's on target to Pierce. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, what's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Start on the ground, Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I gotta make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll air it out on 3rd. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one doesn't go far.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here comes the Saints offense. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. This is Alvin Kamara with it. His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. So right here, the handoff to Kamara. And into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Saints coasting to the finish line. 3rd down, they need 7. Another run for Kamara. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Richardson now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running right, this is Taylor. He'll be yard at most there, and 2nd down.
Adam Butler there on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Richardson on 3rd. He's got it. Complete to Downs. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. And in their first appearance here since 2009, the New Orleans Saints are Super Bowl champions for a 2nd time. Well, Brock, as 53 players celebrate amidst the confetti and applause right now, we got to tip our cap to the one who's led this group all season. Only 2 rookie head coaches had ever taken their teams to a Super Bowl win, and now today a 3rd one joins them.
Yeah, every team has a chance to usher in a new era. When they make a change at head coach, we see it all the time. But it all comes down to choosing the right leader to bring in. No doubt now, this was the perfect person to steer this ship and bring out the very best from this roster. And together, they were able to achieve something only a small fraction of players and coaches ever get to experience.
So for our entire crew here